Hello folks, welcome back. In this video we're going to be working on viewing orders from the perspective of a customer, okay? Let's get started straight away. So when a customer clicks on this your orders thing, well, let's just do this right now. This is gonna, let me just quickly grab that. Where on earth does it live? Let's see, your orders. It is the customer panel top, okay? So open up customer panel top and you'll find the section here that says your orders, and I would like you to change that link. I've already done it because I'm an idiot, but change this link to base URL your orders / browse, okay? I made a little test video 5 minutes ago and it was a disaster, but at least I managed to get this right, okay? So your orders / browse, right? So when people click on this is the vibe. We are now going to make up a your orders module. So to do that, let's just set that up as usual, okay? And we're calling it your orders, okay? And we're going to go in here and just set the thing up. Now folks, we're going to delete the models folder. We do not need the models folder. That's all going to be cool. But we'll rename the controller to your orders. We'll change the class name to your orders, and we'll take out all of this stuff that we really don't need. Okay, so that's good. Well done. Now this your orders thing, it's going to generally be the same idea as this page here on the admin panel. You know, there will be a few differences, obviously, but the idea is generally the same. So if you look at the URL, you'll see that it's / browse here for browsing the orders, and you'll see that it's / view for viewing the order details, okay? So that's the general structure that we're going to have here. So let's do function browse, okay? And that's going to be for browsing through all of the orders. And then we're going to have function view, and that will be for viewing the order details, okay? And that's kind of the main structure of this whole vibe here. Now, we already have a very glorious page that the customers can use. It's called your inbox, and look at it, it's a nice page, okay? Now that's on your account / welcome. Let's open youraccount.php, and you see this welcome thing here. This is all very nice. So I'm going to grab this stuff and I'm going to paste it in where it says browse, okay? And we'll change the view file so that the view file says browse as well. Okay, so if we refresh the page here, this is what you'll get. So it's trying to load up the page, but obviously it's looking for a view file called browse. So we can just set that up very quickly like so. Okay, there we go. And in fact, we can give this a nice headline and call it something like your orders. Okay, so that's what we've got. Things are looking up. Things are looking good. Now, in order for this page to work, there's obviously a few other things that need to happen. Now, rather than reinventing the wheel, I'm going to be tweaking the wheel. So if we open up store orders, where on earth is it? Store orders, and we have a look at browse here, okay? Starting from here down to probably down to this showing statement thing. All of this is the business end of this method, okay? This is where the action happens. So I'm going to copy this and I'm going to take it across and I'm going to paste it in like so. Okay, that's the vibe. And there we go. Now, we are now going to go through all of this line by line, and we're going to make it perfect. Do you hear me? We're going to make it perfect. So we'll start off by making the comment perfect. Count the orders that belong to this customer. That's what we're going to be doing, okay? Next, use limits false, generate MySQL query. Right, okay, so we need to bring on this generate MySQL query thing. So let's just get that. Okay, it should be on store orders. There we go. And we know, because we've done this a few times now, you know that this stuff uses a get limit and a get offset. So look, get limit, get offset. See, I'm copying 3 functions here. Get the query or generate the query, get the limit, and get the offset. I'm copying those 3 things and I'm pasting them in your account. Okay. Now, there's a few tweaks that we're going to have to do before we can really bring this to life, but stay cool, this is easy, and you can do this. The first thing I'm going to do, you see how this is calling a custom query here, but we don't even have a model file that corresponds to your orders. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to say this, load module, and how about store orders? That'll probably come in handy, I'd imagine. So now whenever we're doing a custom query, in fact there's 2 of them, do you see them? And now those things are happening over on store orders. We are borrowing a function from store orders so that we can do a custom query, okay? The next thing that I want to do, if you open up site security, there's something I want to show you, and that is get user ID. This gets the ID of the user who has logged in. So I would like to clarify the shopper ID. We'll just call it shopper ID, right? And we'll say this site security get user ID. We now have the shopper ID, okay? And I'm going to pass that shopper ID into generate query. Okay, here it is again, generate MySQL query. I'm passing in the shopper ID. That's the vibe. Thank you very much indeed. Thank you very much indeed. So that's nice. Now, as we look down here, you can see that there's another thing being called, which is get target pagination base URL. Now, we don't have that, so maybe we should copy that across as well, okay? So get target pagination base URL. It looks something like this. And if we paste in, I think you'll find that we can actually simplify pretty much all of this. We're not bothered about the 3rd bit, so we can take that out and we can do something like that. Okay, that'll do the job just fine actually. So that's all good. Let's just move down and make sure everything's cool. Yes. Oh, you see how this is loading custom pagination, and that's a module? Let's load that module up, okay? So this load module, custom pagination, good, thank you very much. Right, excellent. Now here we've got a thing that says offset segment 4. I'm going to change that to 3. It's configuring the pagination data, right? And the template is not going to be admin, it's going to be public bootstrap, okay? So that's going to generate all of the pagination. Everything looks great, well done. I think the only thing we need to do right now is generate MySQL query. Now we know that this is passing in a shopper ID now, okay? It's a little bit different from what we've had in the past. And as a matter of fact, we can simplify the whole vibe. Okay, we can simplify the whole vibe. So we can just say MySQL query equals select all from store orders where shopper ID equals shopper ID, order by, now what on earth is the name of that thing again? I think it was date created. Oh gee, I'm sorry, it was right in front of me. Give me just a second. Yeah, date created, sorry about that. Order by date created descending. Actually, yep, that's right. Order by date created descending. That is absolutely right. Okay, so there is our MySQL query. It looks fantastic. Now, if we go back, seems like 10 years since we've refreshed the page here, but if we refresh the page then of course we'll have a syntax error. So let's just see what happens. Select all from store orders with shopper ID. Alright, okay. I forgot to say order by. Alright, here we go. Okay, so nothing too much happening, but that's okay, because remember, we are passing in a whole bunch of stuff, and if we jump up here, we can echo out the showing statement, okay, and we can also echo out the pagination for the nation. And if we hit refresh, look, is it not fantastic? Yes. I think the answer you're looking for is yes, it is fantasticola. Now, the table itself is going to be kind of similar to this, okay? So why even hang about? Let's open up store orders, browse, okay, here we are, and you'll find somewhere that we have a nice table here, okay? Nice table, and it does everything we want, and it's very cool, okay? Might need a little bit of formatting, mind you, but it should be reasonably functional, and it should get us out of the starting blocks. Now I'll fix the text indent here. I'm doing shift tab, okay, it's bringing it in. I'm trying to tidy things up. We know that the formatting is going to be dodgy, but don't worry about that just now. Let's go through this line by line, and we'll make sure everything is cool. The first thing we'll do is we'll take out the customer name, because it's obviously the same customer. Come on, right? We don't need that, okay? We've got order ref, order value, date created, order status, opened, actions, right? That's good. If we look at the view order URL, I'm going to change it so that instead of ID, it's referencing order ref, okay? That's a much nicer URL for customers. Actually, sorry, it's not your orders, it's store orders, it's your orders. Okay, thank you very much. This is the view order URL. Excellent. Now, opened is kind of irrelevant. We don't need this. That's only referring to, you know, have the admin people opened it, so who cares? We'll get rid of that, okay? We've got time date, and that's okay, but I think instead of a full date, I'm going to use the cool format, right? I don't want the customers to start getting really pernickety about dates and stuff and saying, hey man, I ordered that 7 hours and 59 minutes ago. So I'll just go with a cool date format, okay? Now, customer name stuff, we do not need this, okay? So let's delete all of that stuff. And order status, I'm going to come on to that in a minute, but for the moment, I'm just going to say order status is that, okay? That's the vibe. Thank you very much indeed. Now, we don't need any of this label stuff, okay? And that's pretty much it. So as we go through, it's going to do the order ref and all of that. We can take out the customer name. It's going to do the order status, of course. It's going to do this. Now, what on earth? Let me just have a think here. This status desk thing. Oh yeah, I think that's referring to the open thing. We can take that out as well, okay? So it does all of that, and then it takes us to the view orders URL. Yes, the formatting shall be rubbish, but who cares? We'll fix that in a second. So here we go, refresh. Okay, and things are not looking too bad. If we take out a few of the different headlines and whatnot, then this should be okay, right? I'm going to take out this order thing, open, sorry, and that's not too bad. That is not too bad. Now, I'll do the formatting in just a minute and we'll get this all looking perfect, okay? And by the way, if we click here, 1 to 27, right, we might need to have a look at that in a minute. But in any event, let's get the order status figured out. And I'm going to show you a really cool technique for doing this, okay? We know that if an order has an order status of 0, then it is not on the store order status table. However, if an order status is greater than 0, something like order received, goods dispatched, whatever, then it does appear on the order status or the store order status table, okay? So, how do we handle this without having a MySQL nightmare, without doing any really awkward joins, without doing any complicated if statements, without firing something like, 20 queries per page? Well, let me show you a very cool way of handling this, and I think you're going to like this. If we go to your account, your orders, browse, right? I'm going to build a function probably just before the page loads here, and I'm going to say data order status options. Yep, order status options, and I'm going to say is this underscore get order status options. Now, what do you think this is going to do? Okay, well, I'll chuck it up the top here so you can see what's happening. Get order status options. Here's what it's going to do. It's going to return an array of all the possible order status options. So I'm going to say options. Now we know that 0 is going to be order submitted. That's what 0 happens to be, right? Now I'm going to load up the store order status table. Okay, if we just open up store order status, I'll show you what's happening. And in fact, yes, I am that much of an idiot because I've already came up with a function for get drop down options. Okay, that was my stupid moment of the day. I hope you enjoyed that. Thank you very much. Anyway, okay, so we load up store order status options. Options is this store order status get drop down options return options. Thank you very much indeed. So why did I do that, and how is this going to work? Well, think about this. We're passing an array called order status options into this browse thing here, okay? Now, we know that the order status is row order status, okay? So what we can now say is order status title is equivalent to, we have an array, right? So it's equivalent to order status options, but not just any old thing. This is an array. It's going to be the array with that key value. Can you handle the vibe? So if we now go to this table cell and we say order status title and we refresh this page, look at this. Can you believe it? It is fantasticola. So without doing any complicated table joins, without doing a gazillion different queries, without doing anything particularly complicated, we managed to find the information. Now I want to tell you folks, about 2 months ago, I was doing some work on a thing for a call center. It was a scoreboard thing. Maybe I can show you this actually. Okay, this is a picture from a call center that I was doing some work with, and all over this call center they've got these big TV screens on the walls, right? And what this TV screen is showing is a summary of all of the inquiries that are coming in, all of the different sales, the conversion rates, all of that type of stuff, right? And these big television sets are all over the call center, okay? There's one there. And I don't know if you can see that, but there's another one here in this picture. If you look closely away in the background, you'll see a big screen on the wall, okay? So that's the same thing, and they've got a few of these, and they've got them in their different call centers. Now, the app that runs this page here, this scoreboard, is a Codeigniter app using HMVC. I built the thing myself, and that's kind of nice. But this scoreboard was taking 18 seconds to load a few months ago, right? Now, 18 seconds is a long time, but it was taking 18 seconds because it had tons of data, literally millions and millions of database rows. It was just doing all sorts of queries. It's a place that leases cars, you know, and they sell about 5,000 cars per year online. At any given point, there are 13,000 cars in production, new cars. So there's just tons. Can you imagine all of the features and all of that? We're talking about millions and millions of table rows to make this thing load up, right? And I know that you cannot see it too good, but just trust me on this. Now, as I was saying, this was taking 18 seconds to load because it's doing all conversions and calculations and everything. Do you see the green areas? That's where people have met their targets, the red areas when they haven't, and all of that, okay? So it's a call center, and that's what the salespeople look at. Now, using the technique that I just showed you guys, which involves creating an array, passing that in, and then just using the array, I managed to get the load speed for this page from 18 seconds to half a second. And folks, I was a hero. Do you hear me? I was a hero. I am the magician. Everybody's like, how does he manage this? This is impossible. Because while everybody's going about doing really complicated MySQL queries, I'm just turning the things into arrays and dealing with those, you know? And one of the great secrets of PHP, remember this, folks, right? One of the great secrets of PHP is that PHP is very, very fast and very good at handling arrays, but PHP is a lot slower at doing lots and lots of MySQL queries, okay? So I just thought I'd mention that. I hope I haven't bored you with that information. Okay, so let's get back to this page here and we'll make it look nice, okay? I think the first thing I'm going to do is sort out the formatting on this table. Now, we do already have a very nice table that the customers like to use, and it's called your account. It's over at youraccount/welcome, okay? And it looks something like this, okay? So I'm just going to view the page source here and grab it from the source code. We know that there's a button nearby that says compose message, and here is the vibe, okay? Here is the vibe. So I'm going to copy this stuff at the top of the table here, and then I'm going to go into the your orders browse thing, and the vibe is we're going to replace some of those opening lines here for the table, okay? So here we go. Thank you very much. That's all there is to that. Now let me just sort the indentational stuff out. Something like that'll do. That's fine. Right, good. Now the next thing is we need a nice button, okay? The one that we've got is just not too cool. So I'm gonna copy this thing here because this looks all right. And we'll go down to where this button thing happens. In fact, I'm just going to whack it right in here. Okay, so we can take out this crazy link here that we don't need. Alright, and we can bring this back a bit. Okay, so that's us. We should now have, if we take this out, we should now have a very nice button, and it should look just a bit better. Okay, so I'm going to hit refresh, and that is not too bad. That's not too bad. Now for some reason it's gone green. I'm not too sure if I'm into that. I think we had default before, and I'm a wee bit confused. How did that go green? That's kind of weird. Twilight Zone stuff there, you know. Let me just check. I am curious. Button default. Oh yeah, it was the link. It was the link. You see, we never changed the link. That's what it was. Okay, everything makes sense. the mystery is solved. Right, do you agree that this page looks okay? I think it's okay. We'll add some of that pagination stuff to the bottom, I think. And when we've done that, I think that'll just about be us. So we'll chuck it down the bottom here, hit refresh. Not too bad. Couple of other things before we finish this video. I'm going to get this working. For some reason, it's not working too well at all. So let's see if we can fix that. Okay, so if we go to your orders, let me change the limit to 10. Right, I just want to see what happens here. That's good. No, it's definitely not right. Okay, sorry, but it's not right. Okay, calm down, calm down. Why aren't you calming down? All right, here we go. Offset. Get offset segment. This URI segment 4. It's segment 3. Okay, here we go. Thank you very much. Is that starting to look a bit more like it? I think the answer you're looking for is yes. That's very cool. Okay, so sorry about that. I don't know what I was thinking of. So bring that back up to 20. Here we go. And back to page 1. Excellent. And on to page 2. That is fantasticola. The only thing I want to do just before we finish this video is what happens if the person has no orders. So shopper ID equals 88, right? We get this vibe here, and that does not look too good. Now, you know how to deal with this, you know, because we did this just a few videos back. All we have to do, remember, we do have a num rows thing coming in here. So I'm just going to say, if num rows is less than 1, then enter P, you have not placed any orders so far. Okay, that's us. And then all of this stuff gets encapsulated in, and this is all going to be a bit weird because of these PHP symbols everywhere. But this all gets encapsulated in a big giant else statement. So there we go. Look, you have not placed any orders so far. That's a nice page, right? I mean, nobody's going to complain about that. And if we go back and take this out, there we go. It is awesome. Now, because of me babbling on and all of that, and I apologise, I haven't got time to go into this just now, but we'll do that on the next video, okay? You're doing very well. Please keep going. Soon we will be finished with all of this orders stuff, and we're going to be working on just making it look nice. That's all we're going to be doing. We're just going to make it look nice, and it's going to be easy. So this video and the next one or two is the last time when you will have to use your brain. Do you hear me? It's the last time. So hang tough, keep going. Very soon we'll be into cruise control. We'll be able to relax and have a few laughs. I'll see you in the next video.